first a little bit on what Ambassador is sharing. It's also important to note that Brazil has a lot of similarities to Nigeria, apart from our sort of historical ties. You know, if you look at our population sizes, if you look at our agroecological zones, you know, tropical agriculture is very similar in Brazil to us. Brazil is just a few steps ahead. Right. So what is it that we can leverage and try and work with them? And the beauty of this similarity is also that it's not just about what can Brazil do for and with Nigeria, but what can Nigeria do for and with Brazil? Since we're so similar in so many different ways, how can we come closer together? Even if you look geographically, linking Africa and South America, what better than a hub out of Nigeria, right? Directly across the Atlantic into Sao Paulo. So those similarities, there's a lot of rich ingredients. So we're already doing something, as Ambassador said, but how can we take this to the next level? You know, some of the things we're working very closely with the ministry with, how can we begin to take all this potential to the next level for both countries? Okay. So when we talk about the SDM, it's really how do we capitalize on this potential? And I think that His Excellency the President has really made it very clear his agenda for this country, his ambitions for this country, right? How do we create those platforms? And in this dialogue, we're talking about the corridors between our two countries, whether it's from the creative sector to the diplomatic, you know, corridors, to the agricultural corridors. How do we strengthen these corridors so that we can cross, right? Brazil to come to Nigeria and Nigeria to come to Brazil. And how do we do that from a government to government perspective, and then ensure that that is creating the environment for the business to business perspectives?